Magandang hapon. Alright, good afternoon, Patriots! There you go. Mainit na, no? The summer has already started, but I'm glad that we are comfortable in our venue for today. By the way, I will be your Master of Ceremonies for today. I'm Mr. Alvin Cervania, and I'm from the School of Arts and Sciences, Communication Arts Department. So, it gives me immense pleasure, to be here with you today to welcome you, to welcome all of you here in the 2023 President's Convocation here in Conrado Benitez Hall. Yeah, this is the place you're in right now. So, to begin today's proceedings formally, may I present to you the processional of the university officials. Starting off with the directors and department heads, Ms. Annalisa Pangan, Manager Admissions. Mr. Michael George Ventanilla, Manager, Information Technology Department. Ms. Cristina Gracia Meron, Head, Guidance and Testing Office. Dr. Nini F. Lim, OIC Head, Medical Services and Diagnostic Center. Mr. Horacio T. Gutierrez, Jr., Director, Career and Placement Officer, Expanded Tertiary Education, Equivalency and Accreditation Program. Ms. Ruth A. Penano, Director, Alumni Relations. Dr. Nancy Felipe, Director, Career Development and Continuing Education Center. Dr. Lina B. Laigo, Director, Institute of Family Life and Children Studies. Dr. Emerita M. Zornosa, Director, Graduate Studies. Here come the executive directors and principals. Mr. Dominador Sunga, Acting Assistant Principal, Jose Abad Santos Memorial School, Manila. Mr. Norman Ramirez, Assistant Principal, Jose Abad Santos Memorial School, Quezon City. Mr. Noli Rodriguez, Acting Principal, Jose Abad Santos Memorial School, Manila. Mrs. Dayan Gutierrez, Principal, Jose Abad Santos Memorial School, Quezon City. Mrs. Remedios Cruz, Executive Director, Basic Education Division. Here come the program chairs. Associate Professor Evelyn Valencia, Program Chair, School of Social Work and Director, Unicorp. Associate Professor Mark Harvey Adamson, Program Chair, School of Pharmacy. Assistant Professor Vanessa Marasigan, Program Chair, School of Nutrition. Associate Professor Dr. Sherwin Toriano, Program Chair, School of Medical Technology. Full Professor Dr. Ligaya Branza, Program Chair, School of Food Science and Technology. Associate Professor Dr. Melissa Alcazaren, Program Chair, Psychology. Associate Professor Dr. Menchita Dumlao, Program Chair, Information Technology. Associate Professor Victoria Segovia, Program Chair, Environmental Science. Ladies and gentlemen, the Deans. Associate Professor Dr. Minerva De Ala, Dean, School of Nursing. Associate Professor Dr. Earl Clarence Jimenez, Dean, School of Music. Associate Professor Dr. Efraimuel Jose Abellana, Dean, School of Hospitality, Management, and School of Tourism. Full Professor Ambassador Rosario G. Manalo, Dean, Helen Benitez, School of International Relations and Diplomacy. Associate Professor Mervy Pueblo Farol, OIC Dean, School of Fine Arts and Design. Associate Professor Dr. Shirley Padua, Dean, School of Education. Professor Dr. Leonardo Munalim, Dean, School of Arts and Sciences, Director, Research and Development Office. Ladies and gentlemen, the university officials. Mr. Fernan Glemao, University Registrar. Miss Purita Uson, University Librarian. Mrs. Mariel Benitez Sabeliana, Head Campus Life. Ms. Cheryl Lai C. Zantua, Director, Human Resource Management Office. Mr. Al Broderick Viray, Associate Vice President for Facilities Management and Services. Miss Ana Maria S. Del Rosario, Vice President for Finance. Dr. Felina C. Young, Chancellor, Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs. The Board of Trustees, Mr. Alfredo B. Reyes, Vice President for External Affairs and Member, Board of Trustees. And ladies and gentlemen, our University President, Mr. Marco Alfredo Benitez. Ladies and gentlemen, let's remain standing as we are to hear an invocation to be sung by Miss Rochelle Bautista, which is to be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
Sikat ng umaga, buhos ng ulan, simoy ng dapit hapon, sinag ng buwan, batis na dagat na bughaw, kayo ng Panginoon kong Jesus ng aking buhay, saan man ako bumalik.
di mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyat ka ng magiting. Sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiid. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bukaw. May dilagang tulad, awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kisap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdidinig. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidinig. Lupa ng araw ng at ipagsinta mo'y langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya dapat may mga ami ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Thank you very much. You may now be seated. At this juncture, we will hear the opening remarks from our beloved and our very own Chancellor and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs. Let's all welcome Full Professor Dr. Felina C. Young.
President Marco Alfredo M. Benitez, our hardworking administrators, faculty and non-teaching personnel, dear students and guests, a pleasant good afternoon. As part of PWU's historicity, it is my great honor and privilege to introduce the President of our esteemed university, President Marco Alfredo M. Benitez, for the President's Convocation. Our President, for the last years, has been leading these institutions with unparalleled dedication and commitment, and has tirelessly worked to uphold the values that define the university. Under his visionary leadership, our university has achieved significant milestones and has made remarkable progress in various fields of research, academics, and community engagement. The President's Convocation is a significant event for our university community as he reflects on our collective achievements the past year. Likewise, this is the opportune time for him to set new goals for the year ahead. Being our leader, let us listen and be inspired with his words of wisdom and vision for the future. Throughout his tenure, President Marco has been a steadfast champion of academic excellence, student success, diversity, equity, and inclusion. His dedication to these principles has earned him the respect and admiration from our university community. As we look forward to another academic year under his leadership, I invite you all to join me in welcoming the President of Philippine Women's University, President Marco Alfredo Benitez, to the stage. Thank you and good afternoon to all.
Thank you for that very warm and inspiring opening remarks, Dr. Felina Young. I know you are excited to hear our president, but we will have a moment of intermission. I know you are excited as I am. All right? So at this point, before we continue with the main part of our program, the PWU School of Music will grace us by performing a traditional putong. Putong, P-U-T-O-N-G. This is a folk song. This is a folk song and dance routine in Marinduque, wherein an honored guest is sung and danced to and then given a crown. So once again, let's welcome our School of Music and Song. There you go. Thank you very much, PW Music Ensemble, for that very lively and engaging performance. Don't you think they deserve another round of applause? For a short trivia, though, the faculty from the School of Music are doing research on the performance that they did, this putong. Likewise, did you know that during the time of Lucrecia Casilag, Tita Helen was also accorded a putong? Yeah, now you know. So it was a touch of local color, the performance, and a bit of nostalgia. Speaking of nostalgia, ladies and gentlemen, I'm inviting you to take a quick look on the memories and the moments from the previous convocation. Let's watch this video.
School year 2021-2022 started with the NCR placed under enhanced community quarantine beginning August 6, 2021 because of the surge in cases brought about by the Delta variant. At the height of that surge, the country hit a high of about 22,000 cases in a day during the second week of September, according to the DOH website. Eventually, the country was able to weather that storm, and by December, we were all enjoying a Christmas that was as close to normal as what we'd experienced the last 2 years. 2022 will see us undergo more virtual accreditations. This May, we are scheduled to have PACOCOA accreditations for hospitality management, food technology, entrepreneurial management, marketing management, and nutrition and dietetics. Then, in September, 9 more programs will undergo PAASCO accreditation, namely nursing, medical technology, visual communication, industrial design, painting, pharmacy, communication arts, psychology, and tourism management as a relentless pursuit for quality education and regaining our autonomous status in the next few years gets a full head of steam. Credit goes to Dr. Yang and our deans and program chairs who have not only instilled this mindset of seeking continuous improvement through accreditation, but for actually leading the preparations for each and every one of these visits. Our being awarded among the top 3 for the best case study on the university before and after accreditation in the last PACOCOA General Assembly can only attest to the huge impact accreditation has had on the university.
That is just a glimpse of what we will be hearing this afternoon. And I know you are excited to hear from our president, but for us to have the person to introduce our president, let's call on Associate Professor Dr. Earl Clarence Jimenez, Dean of School of Music.
Installed as the 10th president of the Philippine Women's University, he led the institution during one of the most difficult times the world faced in the 21st century, that of the COVID-19 pandemic. Today, he delivers his address before a university community that has become more resilient, resourceful, and empowered because of his leadership. Inspiring, hardworking, and congenial. Ladies and gentlemen, President Marco Alfredo Moya Benitez.
Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you, Dean Earl and the PW School of Music for that wonderful introduction. I don't know what kept me awake longer at night thinking of the surprise that you were going to do or preparing the convocation. But thank you very much. So to the members of the PW Board of Trustees here present, VP Freddy Reyes, Dr. Felina Young, our University Chancellor in SVPAA, members of the Management Committee, our hardworking administrators, deans, program chairs, faculty, alumni, our dear students and friends gathered here at the Conrado Benitez Hall, which, by the way, today is our first face-to-face convocation in nearly 3 years. And I was reminded this was my first face-to-face convocation since I was installed. As well as those watching on our social media pages, good afternoon. I'd also like to welcome our delegation from JASAM's Quezon City, including our Student Council representatives. Welcome to PW Taft. My heartfelt thanks to the organizing committee led by Mr. Harvey Adamson and Dr. Earl Jimenez for a well-planned and well-executed program. This year marks the 104th anniversary of the university, which takes on special meaning given that we are emerging from a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic that has really disrupted the education sector and forced the closure of many institutions of learning. Despite the challenges of the past 3 years, we have remained steadfast in our commitment to deliver quality, holistic, transformative, and inclusive education to our stakeholders. In February of last year, while still in the midst of the pandemic, but recognizing the need of our students for face-to-face clinical and laboratory classes, we successfully applied and received approval to open up limited face-to-face classes for the schools of nursing and medical technology. We were able to further expand this in May with the addition of the schools of pharmacy, fine arts and design, music, and our sports programs. By the opening of classes for school year 2022-2023, all our programs had gained approval for a return to limited face-to-face classes. Our desire to bring our students back safely was further strengthened by our voluntary application and achievement of the safety seal from CHED and the City of Manila, signifying our compliance with the prescribed health and safety protocols. I would like to thank our Crisis Management Committee, in particular Mr. Sherwin Toriano, Dr. Minerva De Ala, Mr. Harvey Adamson, VP Marilu Mirasol, Dr. Gina Quiro, and their respective teams who were instrumental in the achievement of this recognition. Apart from the health and safety protocols needed for the return to face-to-face classes, determining the modality of instruction and learning for school year 2022-2023 was another challenge which our academic units under the leadership of Dr. Felina Young had to prepare for. After careful planning, we released a schedule of classes for school year 22-23, which we felt incorporated the needs of our students for in-person learning while balancing the safety and health considerations, as well as still maximizing the benefits of blended learning. Thus, for basic education, the 3 days in-person, 2 days online, which became 4 days in-person, 1 day online model was implemented. For college, it was the mix of face-to-face and synchronous weeks, which gradually increased from one term to the next. And for graduate school, we still maintained the blended learning modality in recognition of the needs of our professional students. Seeing the response of the students, their eagerness to come back to school while keeping in mind the health and safety of the community, we feel that this gradual return has indeed been the correct approach to follow. And I thank Dr. Young and our deans and program chairs and the JASAM's leadership for their painstaking efforts to make the transition as smooth as possible. In the next couple of months, expect that we will be releasing the modality of learning for school year 2023-2024, considering the improved health situation, the effectiveness of in-person learning, and the flexibility and resiliency afforded by blended learning. Since the founding of the university, our reason for being, our why, has always been our students. This principle continues to shape everything that we do, even as we emerge into this new normal of education. Last year, we underwent the rearticulation of our vision to be a leading university recognized for its excellence in teaching and research, delivering transformative, inclusive, and affordable education. In the same context, we also concretized our mission to be a leading educational institution in the Philippines, committed to improving lives through transformative and inclusive education that treasures excellence, spirituality, family values, heritage, community service, and citizenship. In line with these fundamental statements of purpose and direction, and guided by our core values of academic excellence, personal integrity, diversity, service, and commitment, we continue to have three overarching principles or priorities for our administration. First and foremost remains improving the quality of education and the learner's experience. Last year alone, in the midst of the transition to face-to-face and blended learning, we continue to embark on rigorous accreditation of our programs. In particular, we are very proud that last year, not just one, but three of our programs gained the highest level of accreditation, level 4, from the Philippine Association of Colleges and Universities Commission on Accreditation, or PACOCOA, for 5 years. These are the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Bachelor of Science in Food Science and Technology, and the Bachelor of Science in Hotel and Restaurant Management programs. Our Bachelor of Science in Nutrition and Dietetics, meanwhile, achieved Level 3 accreditation, also for 5 years from PACOCOA. Meanwhile, the following programs were awarded Level 2 accreditation and reaccreditation for 5 years from the Philippine Accreditation Association of Schools, Colleges, and Universities, or PAASCU. BS Social Work, AB Communication Arts, BS Medical Technology, AB Psychology, and BS Pharmacy. The same accrediting body also deemed our BS Foreign Service, Bachelor of Music, and the Senior High School program for PW JASMS Manila eligible for formal survey this year. Congratulations, Dr. Felina Young, Dr. Ligaya Braganza, Dr. Prima Beliana, Vanessa Ceballos Barasigan, Evelyn Valencia, Dr. Leo Munalim, Mr. Sherwin Toriano, Dr. Melissa Alcazarin, Mr. Harvey Adamson, Ambassador Rosario Manalo, Dr. Earl Jimenez, Teachers Remy Cruz and Principal Noli Rodriguez, respectively, for these notable achievements. School year 2023-2024 will see another round of accreditation visits for our programs. By May, our education program will hopefully be able to apply for Level 4 accreditation with PACOCOA, not to mention as a Center of Excellence with CHED. By January, our Fine Arts and Tourism programs, currently at Level 2, will have the resurvey with PAASCU, while our Music and Foreign Service programs will have their formal accreditation. Subjecting our programs, processes, and facilities to the country's foremost accreditation bodies in order to objectively verify our quality standards and implementation thereof ensures our stakeholders of the level of quality we are committed to at both the program and institutional level. Thus, the need to constantly subject ourselves to these visits. And I wish to thank all our departments for their hard work in this endeavor. It goes without saying that through these efforts, among others, we hope to regain our autonomous status as a university in the near future. This quest for quality is manifested concretely in the results of our board licensure examinations and the employability of our graduates. In terms of board examinations, last year we were able to achieve a 100% passing rate for first takers in the board exams for education, both secondary and elementary, social work, and nursing, while maintaining above national average passing in the exams for pharmacy, medtech, and psychometrician. We are also proud of our 4th overall placer in the Pharmacist Board Licensure Examination last April 2022 in the person of Fraulein Kathleen O. Galase. Congratulations to our deans, program chairs, and your respective programs for these notable achievements, and we encourage all our programs to continue improving on their results. In terms of the employability of our graduates, in the Alumni Tracer study conducted by the Career and Placement and Alumni Relations and Development Offices, out of more than 600 respondents, 92.6% were either already employed or landed a job within 1 year of graduation, which speaks highly of the relevance and employability of our graduates. Further enhancements to our Tracer studies and collaboration with industry practitioners across our various schools are continually being undertaken to ensure that we produce competent graduates ready to make an immediate contribution to the workforce. Another aspect of the quality of education which we are proudly addressing is the culture of research here at PWU. In 2022 alone, the RDO published 94 articles in our 4 publications: Compendium, the Bidlisio Journal, the PWU Research Journal, and Perspective, the undergraduate journal, as well as a book publication under the HEB School of International Relations and Diplomacy. Many of the papers written by our PWU professors are also published in international peer-reviewed journals, including Scopus Index journals. Moving forward, the RDO will be applying our research journals for internationally recognized indexation services and forging more international and local linkages. So I congratulate Dean Leo Munalim for the reinvigorated spirit of the RDO. With the return to in-person learning, the aspect of learner experience, which was confined mostly to the virtual environment the past 3 years of the pandemic, once again shifts to the on-campus environment. This is where the continuous upgrading of our facilities is so vital. After the initial shock of the pandemic, the past 2 years saw us retrofitting and renovating our learning spaces to ensure the health and safety of our community. At almost the same time, we also began to upgrade the areas where they would gather to eat, study, play, and interact with one another. This remains a continuous and ambitious process, led by the Office of the VP for Administration, Ms. Marilu Mirasol, and her team, but will surely reap benefits in terms of the overall campus experience for years to come. The second overarching priority is the digitization of the university and its processes. As mentioned in past convocations, the university's migration to an enterprise resource planning software, such as Campus Plus, was what allowed us to quickly migrate our admissions and enrollment system online at the start of the pandemic. The adoption of Google Enterprise for Education, which powers our Gmail, Google Drive, Calendar, Meet, and Google Classroom, was also what allowed us to continue the synchronous and asynchronous delivery of education throughout the pandemic, and even in this hybrid learning environment. While the initial transition admittedly wasn't perfect, after months of adjustment and the support and resilience of our faculty and students, we were able to navigate more than 2 school years of online remote learning. Through the help of our various departments, the ICT team, and our ERP provider, we have incorporated other improvements into the portal, such as the daily health checklist, which was used in the past months, the registration for the Student Transformative Learning System, employee and student health records, and hopefully soon, even digital payments on campus. Last year, we had also updated our years-old website to a more decluttered, minimalist, yet dynamic-looking page, which highlights our achievements, events, and is hopefully a stronger call for students to join PWU. We continue to call on all units to visit the website and ensure that the information on your schools and departments are relevant and up to date. On social media, where our audiences get their regular dose of information about the happenings in the school, we have remained active and relevant, broadcasting most of our activities, be they webinars, kumustahans, Friday masses, graduations, and university-wide events such as this one, to reach as many of our community as possible and build awareness of the PWU brand. We are present on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok, which now seems to be the most relevant channel for our students. Last year, we also partnered with Apple
through A+ Premium Tech Depot and invested in 75 iMacs for what will soon be called our PWU Design and Innovation Labs, to give our students access to the most powerful computing machines and the latest software. Through the Apple Education Program, our students and employees will now be able to avail of the latest Apple products at the most affordable prices. We have also just recently upgraded our decade-old Wi-Fi system to a third-party managed service in partnership with Globe Telecom, which now allows each of our members to sign in using their PWU Gmail credentials for a more private and secure connection. We have also expanded the coverage of the network to allow for more access in more areas on campus. And as this is an ongoing project, our ICT team continues to ask for feedback on how the service can be improved. I'd like to thank our ICT department, the Learning Delivery and Technology Integration teams, marketing, multimedia, and of course, our third-party providers for all of their hard work in helping the university in its digital transformation. Since our founding, the university has always grounded itself on the holistic development of its learners and people, which is the third of our overarching principles. Not only have we pushed for the constant pursuit of knowledge and academic excellence, but our founders and their successors have committed themselves to forming well-rounded graduates who are not only skilled in their respective fields, but individuals who impact their families and communities with their character, values, and service. This is something that we remain committed to with our moral, social, civic education courses, our transformative learning system, our co-curricular and extracurricular activities, and regular exposure to culture, music, sports, and art performances, as what we have seen recently during the past University Month, and which have been especially relevant after more than 2 years of having no face-to-face student activities. For our people, I would like to believe that we have tried to keep their best interests and their holistic development in mind. This was evident throughout the various stages of the pandemic, where we extended as much support, whether in the form of leave donations, medical health kits during the height of the Omicron surge, advanced 13th month pay, Christmas cash gifts, training workshops on flexible learning for faculty, kumustahan and mental health sessions, among many others. Moving forward, we aim to continue providing for the holistic development of our people within the capability of our resources and conscious of the long-term sustainability and growth of the institution, because we know that ultimately they will determine the culture and direction of PWU and the quality of students that we produce. In last year's convocation, I focused on 3 values which I said were critical in not only the university's survival, but in how it thrived during the COVID-19 pandemic. These were the mindset of continuous improvement, the importance of collaboration, and the value of resilience. This year, I would like to focus on just one value, and that is quality. Last Christmas, I mentioned that the future of the university in this post-pandemic normal, where we are back to face-to-face classes and utilizing most of our facilities, rests primarily on our performance. And this will be measured in 3 aspects. First is the quality of the education we deliver, which translates concretely to the quality of the students we produce. Second is the quality of service we provide our stakeholders, which speaks of the level of customer service we provide our internal and external clients, the efficiency of our operations, and the quality of our facilities. Third is the quality of the culture that we embody in our institution. Are we genuinely committed to giving our best for the university and our students, becoming great colleagues and professionals, and sincerely caring about the work that we do and the value that we add to the organization? Or are we just going through the motions in search of the next good opportunity while measuring every little benefit that we derive from our stay here? I think it was Dr. Yang who told me that quality is not an end point that we reach, but a constant process and a daily commitment to improvement of ourselves as individuals and of the institution we represent. It is seen in the way we carry ourselves, the way we talk, the way we dress, the way we interact with and are present for our students and peers, even when no one is watching. It is seen in our professionalism as administrators, faculty, and non-teaching personnel, and in our empathy for the situation of others. Rest assured that for as long as we, meaning myself and our MANCOM, are here, we will strive to be a university of quality, day in and day out. And for everyone who is committed to the same ideal, you can expect our wholehearted support. I'd like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of our administrators in tertiary and basic education, deans, program chairs, faculty members, for your leadership, passion, innovativeness, and commitment to quality in your craft, as we navigated and continue to navigate the transition from fully online to limited face-to-face and now blended mode of teaching and learning. Thank you to our non-teaching personnel, from our maintenance and security personnel, nurses and medical staff, laboratory custodians, coaches, admin assistants, librarians, the GCTO and IFLCS, ICT and multimedia, marketing, admissions, CDSEC, ETIAP, campus life, alumni, registrar's office, finance and HRMO, and all of our student and employee support services for your hard work and commitment to quality service for our various stakeholders, both internal and external. Of course, thank you to our management committee and board of trustees for your vision, leadership, and commitment to the quality of culture that we would like PWU to be known for. The quest for quality and excellence has been and continues to be a challenging but worthwhile journey. So before I end, I'd like to share with you a poem about our very own PWU. In the heart of Manila stands a tower of pride, a place where women's dreams and futures collide. The Philippine Women's University, a name so true, a symbol of strength, courage, and purpose too. For over 100 years, it stood the test of time, nurturing young minds, giving wings to climb. It's a place where education knows no bounds, where women's voices can be heard with sound. With a mission to empower and inspire, the PWU strives to light a fire, to promote gender equality and break the mold, and make sure women's stories are told. It offers programs of excellence, no doubt, in fields like business, education, and more about. Its graduates are known for their grace and skill, a testament to the university's power and will. So let us raise our voices and sing its praises high. For the Philippine Women's University, let us give a sigh. For it stands as a beacon of hope and pride, a place where women's futures are multiplied. Dr. Leo, looks like something that would have done well in our purposive communication course, right? But I didn't write this. This was written by ChatGPT. The popular artificial intelligence-backed large language software developed by OpenAI, a startup company funded by Microsoft, one of the world's largest tech companies. GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer, but basically it is a generative AI chatbot that can be used for almost any language application. It also has its counterparts like DALL-E by OpenAI or Stable Diffusion by Stability AI, which creates images from natural language descriptions or text, and GitHub's Copilot, which is an AI tool that generates programming code. I'm sure our senior high school students are familiar with ChatGPT, no? For applications like DALL-E and Stable Diffusion, you simply input a text of an image that you want, and it will generate that image based on the parameters you stated. For example, a 100-year-old university along Taft Avenue, Manila. Or a kangaroo dunking a basketball. And it will generate these images using a database of images the AI has scoured on the web. Obviously, the texts or images generated by these AI software applications are far from masterpieces at this point, but it is only a matter of time before these applications get better and better. And while it's been said that these generative AI software are still relatively at their infancy, we can expect that the rate of improvement and number of real-world applications will only grow exponentially in the next few months and even years. Already, Microsoft has announced that they will incorporate ChatGPT into their search engine, which is called Bing. And Google has also done the same. The implications for industries such as education, the creative arts, business process outsourcing, among many others, will be disruptive to say the least. It's been said that the impact of artificial intelligence on our lives will be akin to that of the internet in the 90s and the iPhone in the mid-2000s. Thus, as educators preparing our learners for a world in the midst of the fourth industrial revolution, the question is whether or not to ban these applications in our schools, as I believe this would be unwise, if at all possible. Rather, as some educators here and abroad are doing, how do we teach our students to use these types of technologies ethically and effectively so as to be more productive, creative, and better at their chosen fields? And how do we adapt such that while these types of technologies will be available to our students, the knowledge, skills, competencies, and learnings they will gain from us are those that will allow them to think critically and creatively, communicate proficiently, empathize, collaborate with others, and lead and work ethically and effectively in a manner that no artificial intelligence can replace. I'm afraid I don't have the answers to all these questions. Like the disruption caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, with humility, we need to continue learning the best possible ways to address the disruption that these new technologies will bring, in keeping with the mission, vision, and values of the university. Just like how we faced the extraordinary challenges of the past 3 years, I am confident that by staying committed to our educational mission, with a mindset of continuous improvement and a spirit of collaboration and resilience, we will continue to thrive as an institution. Since the founding of the university over 100 years ago, we have faced countless challenges: world wars, political unrest and upheavals, financial difficulties, internal and external conflicts, even a once-in-a-lifetime, once-in-a-century pandemic. Yet, PW today remains strong, resilient, and focused on a brighter future. As we look forward to celebrating 105 years next year, I call on each and everyone here to recommit to our mission of improving lives through quality education, rooted in excellence, integrity, community service, and citizenship. And in light of the 105th year anniversary, here is a snippet of our new omnibus video and logo that is being prepared for that purpose. In 1919, 7 women founded the first university for women in Asia, founded by Asians. Through wars, political and social unrest, financial turmoil, the Philippine Women's University remains strong and moves forward to face the next century and the next generation of learners. So thank you very much. God bless all of you, and God bless PWU.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. You have just heard a very fruitful review of the previous year and an exciting snippet, a peek for towards the future. The convocation has highlighted the accomplishments and our way forward for the next years to come in the context of PW's vision and mission. Patriots, are you ready to embark on the quest for quality? Come on! Again, another round of applause for that convocation speech from our president. Thank you very much. Now I know we are heading towards our home stretch, but before we move to the closing part of our program, I would like to invite us to evaluate our occasion for today. And of course, because we are getting digital, we will be sending the evaluation forms via Google and through your email. So please expect that, and we will be expecting your response for that evaluation. Now, whether we like it or not, we need to close our ceremonies. So to close our ceremonies formally, we'd like to call in Mr. Associate Professor Mark Harvey Adamson, Program Chair of School of Pharmacy and Chairperson for this year's President Convocation, for his closing remarks.
Good afternoon to everyone. Good afternoon to our dear administrators. And of course, another round of applause to our dear presidents. Please give him a big round of applause and a standing ovation once again to our president and of course to the school administrators. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please be seated. Allow me to thank the committee members of this year's President's Convocation. Of course, I would like to thank the admin office, the Office of the President, of course, the Office of Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, the PWU Multimedia, palakpakan naman po natin sila. Let's give them a big round of applause. Office of Sir Sandro, and of course, the Office of Student Affairs. Thank you. The HR department, palakpakan din po natin sila. And of course, the alumni department po, our alumni director, yung mga natanggap nyo po ng mga vitamins para po tayo masigla. Galing po yan sa effort ng ating alumni office, headed by Ma'am Ruth Peñano. Palakpakan naman po natin. Of course, and ang ating very hardworking staff po ng SVPAA and ng OP, Ma'am Avic, palakpakan naman po natin. Ma'am Avic, Ma'am Ina, Ma'am Jen, and Ma'am Elaine, of course. Thank you so much for your support. And of course, special thanks to the School of Music po. Palakpakan naman natin ang School of Music. And my co-chair, Dr. Earl, palakpakan naman. First time ko nakita si Dr. Earl. Nasumayaw. But anyway, thank you so much to everyone. I'm really happy to see all of you here from our JASAMS, Manila, QC, and of course, the tertiary, the non-teaching personnel. We are more than 300 plus today. And of course, our students, please give yourselves a big round of applause. This is our first time after the pandemic to be here today and to listen to the plans of our dear presidents and of course, the future direction of our university. So again, as the chairperson of this year's President's Convocation, I would like to thank all of you for your support, and let's continue to help our university to provide better services and quality education to our students. Enjoy the rest of the day and thank you. Have a great day.
There you go. Of course, our program is not complete if we will not sing our hymn. Why don't we all stand as we sing the Patriot Hymn video. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen and patriots. This has been your 2023 President's Convocation, and I am Alvin Cervania, your Master of Ceremony, now signing off. Have a great day ahead.